Hello everybody, this is Zach from NASCAR Plus Music Equals Life. Today I'm going to be showing you a compilation of, in my opinion, the top 15 worst crashes in NASCAR of the 2024 season so far. Hope you all enjoy and make sure to put in the comments your true opinions.
You saw it while we were side by side, but we're going to have to go full with this. Sixth caution of the day for Joey Gase, and he's obviously frustrated with fellow competitor Dawson Cram. First, here's what happened.
Oh, yep.
He gets kind of tagged down into turn one and hard into the outside wall. Real hard hit for Joey Gase.
That's part one of the highlight.
So he's going to take a moment to really express his frustration here. First, he's going to finish tearing the rear bumper cover off his car and then wait for Dawson Cram, and his timing and throw was pretty impeccable here.
Yeah, he did a good job at this right here. Boom, right in the windshield.
I think I would have left my driver gloves on. OSHA would not have approved pulling that bumper cover off without the gloves.
A big push by the 5, and up the racetrack he catches the 1. Chastain into the wall. Big contact, caution comes out again. Gabe Hart said, I only have one chance at a green-white checkered, as we see Austin Dillon shoving the 43 of Eric Jones. Chastain, the window net down.
From having a chance to win the race to having your day done. Hey, to Kyle Busch caught up in it as well, Rick. We knew someone was going to make it 3 wide. But behind them was 3 wide. But that right there, just Larson gets up the racetrack. He was pushing, it looked like he was pushing Hamlin.
Something
and he just
sparked.
lost the front.
What happens, you just see too far, lock up and barely contact. Turns right, actually. Kyle Larson turns right to miss the 54 and takes a head-on shot. Turns right, or the car goes right, but almost misses the tire barriers all the way to the right. Makes contact with the concrete wall. You see the damage. Grazes the bumper of the 54. Look at that concrete barrier move. That is a big impact.
Yeah, reminder, those things are 10,000 pounds, and all 5 tons are moving when the 5 gets in him.
I was afraid to go there because it was so slick, but now the grip is there.
Sorry, Jeff. Had a car hit the wall out of turn 4. That's A.J. Allmendinger, the 16, who now is in the infield.
That looked a lot like a right front went down. I just caught them as he was going there.
He was running 10th. Marty, were we hearing anything on the radio prior to this?
Well, I've heard that it was a right front flat from some other spotters, but I have heard a number of spotters and a number of drivers, Jeff, talking about how they have a massive vibration in the right front, including Corey Heim, who had made it almost, or into the top 10, I should say. He said he felt like the right front was losing air. So I think this caution, while not good for the 16 and A.J. Allmendinger, is good for the rest of the field. They want to get a look at these Goodyears.
The AMR safety crew immediately there to A.J. Allmendinger as he came to a stop in front of the grandstands.
That's what we talked about, DJ, is you know, pace is important, but when you have tire issues, you know, you don't want to be the first guy, right? And it's nothing. The only thing a driver can do is just slow way down, right, to keep it from happening. But this situation just puts everybody in a very, very difficult position. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that car just will not turn. He's gassed up right there, going hard off the corner, and tire lets go. There's nothing you can do as a driver from that point. Hang on, and hopefully it doesn't hurt.
So practice coming on a pit road.
Ooh.
He sees.
Oh, got one around here. Kaz Grala has wrecked the front end of his car, coming off turn number 4, and comes to rest just past the start-finish line.
Got loose up off the corner. Oh, overcorrect. That's hard. That is a huge hit, Kevin.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things you learn.
All right, so he is communicating. Crash! 2 cars slam together, and Harrison Burton takes a wild ride through the grass and up into more traffic, gets tagged, turned around, and 5 cars are in it.
Ryan Preece.
I think he missed that inside wall. Harrison Burton, big damage on the 21 car.
And Carson Hocevar, the rookie, gets taken out into that very, very wet grass in the ball field.
Well,
the Wood brothers trying for their 100th ever NASCAR win, and Harrison Burton gets tagged and sent.
Well, this is exactly what you don't want to see happen. Something early in this race where everybody's trying to race hard, and we just talked about those guys going to that third lane, and it puts those guys in the middle lane in a bad spot with the handling of their cars that they hadn't really been in. Let's see what happened, Clint.
Watch the 21, Harrison Burton.
Okay, you see Harrison Burton in the middle of that three-wide conversation we're talking about, and we were also talking about John Hunter Nemechek kind of being iffy on his move.
Now the 42, John Hunter Nemechek, on the outside of Burton, the green and white car, and Brad Keselowski and he make contact.
Keselowski got to his rear bumper, just took a little bit of a love tap, turned him sideways, kind of looked to me like he was on the left corner of that bumper, turned him right down into Harrison Burton.
Well, and it's just what we were talking about, Clint, with everybody trying to feel out exactly what their cars were doing, and those guys in the middle didn't have anything to do with the handling. So, you know, you see Brad into the back. Oh, yeah, you're exactly right, Clint. The 42 car of John Hunter Nemechek just got up a little higher. Brad was probably trying to stay square and being pushed by the guy behind him, and they just got a little.
Here's how it happened.
Oh, somebody got into the right rear of.
Looked like the 22 potentially of Logano behind him.
It looked like there was two cars two cars or three cars three wide. Let's take a look right here. You see. Oh, you're going to see it right here, the 21, 41, and 24. So the 41, if we back that up and watch that one more time, the 41 is trying to get three wide between the 21 and the 24, trying to make it three wide. I don't believe Harrison Burton or William Byron knew that they were three wide. This will be a great look right here.
Oh, they're hitting each other there. So he's in his right rear quarter panel. You're right. It was just everybody.
Keselowski gets turned by William Byron. Blaney gets caught up. Gilliland, Truex, Hamlin, and more.
All those Fords were struggling to get around Chastain. Who could get around and get that clean air track position first? That's what happened.
And you're going to see William Byron right here. Oh, we got.
Actually, all three of those. Yeah, that's a pretty good.
All three of those.
I'm glad you hit that.
And you see Alex Bowman up the racetrack, and then they start zigging and zagging here. And
well, obviously, William Byron and Bowman, that's where it ended up. But the movement from the 6 and the 22, jockeying for position, trying to outduel one another to that position of passing Chastain, that's what stacked all those guys up and got them in trouble. Those guys were going for it. Chastain was holding them up. You saw the 6 go to the bottom. You saw the 22 go to the outside. The race was on, and unfortunately those guys behind him.
This gives you a much better view right there. You see the 24 car just being pushed, and sometimes you're not aligned, and you know you're not lifting, and that car gets to moving around, and you hope it works out, and it just didn't work out right here.
We saw this same scenario playing out at the duels the other night when Blaney got in a wreck. You really can't pin it on anybody. It's hard racing, everybody going for it, but when those cars move in front of them, it slows the energy down.
The 18 takes the side force away from the 9. Being on the door, you saw the rear of it wiggle. Oh, big impact, Rick.
74 of Dawson Cram, hard into the wall. Left rear is destroyed. And let's see if the caution comes out. Doesn't look like he's going to continue to roll.
Top of the screen. Just carrying, you can see he turns to the bottom. Knows he's carrying way too much speed. Wow, a big, big impact.
And that's why the safer barriers have that foam behind them.
And I've mentioned the wrecks. Jeff Gordon had a huge hit down in turn 1. We've seen that super famous picture of Dale Earnhardt climbing out of his upside down car in turn.
Big contact in 1.
Yeah, that's a big shot. I think that's the 42 right there, the white car.
Yep.
Is.
It's such a good day John Hunter had. Just a block, another block. Nemechek made a very late block getting into 1. Watch this. See, Nemechek came down the racetrack. Hemrick was there. Big impact. Gosh, those are big wrecks.
Nemechek glanced off that inside, the barrier in between pit road and the outside wall.
Yeah, see, here comes Hemrick. And, yeah, he just, Hemrick couldn't get slowed down like Nemechek expected that he could. They were on corner entry as well.
Yeah.
A couple car lengths. It's better for him right now because the top two, the second row is even, right? It's better than if second was broken free, so he can control.
And there goes Justin Allgaier out of line and hard into the wall.
That was a hard hit, man.
Final lap, stage 1. Caution is out for Justin Allgaier, who was running 5th. Window net is down, and that's a great sign indicating to safety workers that he is okay.
And that's not happy Justin Allgaier right there.
Here's team radio.
Big wreck. I'm on fire. I'm getting out. All good though. I'm getting out.
It was good to see Justin got out. I mean, he was up there in the second or third row of the bottom lane. I'll be curious to see what happened. I think he had the 98 behind him and probably just trying to push hard. I see 98 pretty close to him here as they're starting to exit 2. Justin fades up just a little bit, and the 98 tries to turn underneath him, and it looks like Justin was kind of loose before the 98 got to him, but just one of those weird things. Your car gets light over there off of 2, and it's easy to get turned around.
Yeah, man, your car gets very light there, and I understand, especially when you have somebody on your left rear, but there wasn't going to be 100% of a hole right there. I feel like if he was making the move, he was going to be almost on the yellow line. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit tricky and a hard hit, man. You can see how the wall had a bad angle right there, and the impact was very, very hard.
Last couple of weeks, really good.
Blaney went to move up, make a pass. Byron blocked him. Got him really.
Oh, Byron Blaney
turned
into the wall.
Kyle Busch.
And just like last year, Blaney gets caught up in the big one.
Looks like he's getting out okay. Saw it coming. He made the move. Byron made the block. Kind of a late block. Got him stacked up. Went back to the bottom. Side draft and then just stacked him up behind him.
Kyle Busch got into the back of the 24 and turned him sideways.
And did Brad Keselowski get into the back of Kyle Busch?
Tore up a lot of good race cars, Clint. Man, you hate to see that in these qualifying races.
Yeah, Keselowski is.
Corey Heim in the mix. Ty Majeski is there.
Raja sideways, hangs onto it. Sanchez will try to work both. Oh, trouble.
And there's a crash. Caution is out. The race is over. Trucks up in the air. Nick Sanchez leading when the caution flag came out.
Was that?
Good job, boys.
But I'm not going to complain about it. It's truck racing, it happens. But super proud of Truck on Garage and Toyota Racing. Got a little bit of work to do for Talladega with the speed of this thing, but I thought the best strategy for me was to lay low and hopefully be there at the end, and we were. And looks like we came up one short.
Pack's in trouble.
That pack's in trouble. They're gonna have to make another plan or commit to running as long as they can. But these guys
are in trouble here, turn 3. It's Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones.
Oh my goodness.
That's exactly what happened. You couldn't do that. They were single file.
The air cleaner is completely off of Eric Jones's car.
Starts with the 42 car into the 23.
Well,
see him move up. The 23 actually gets into Jones, and then they start moving around, stacking them up.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what we were talking about earlier, over that tunnel, you see the back of those cars moving around. Look at that. See the back of the cars moving around, and as they're moving around, they come down and they're all connected in a they're not lined up, I guess is the best way to put it. It just gets them out of whack.
Is he wingman to McDowell, or does he have a chance to win this race? Off turn 4 for the final time.
Comes a run by Brad. There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over.
Oh, the block, and around goes the 34. And Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys. Reddick.
Oh my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
You're not going to let off until it's sideways and uncontrollable.
There you can see. Watch the 7 car get up on its side.
Oh, it's upside down.
Way upside down.
Underneath Josh Berry.
And it's still sliding on its side all the way down the wall.
Yeah, he's going to finish the race.
Look at that. That is wild. I thought I saw that.
LaJoy, 19th.
Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, it's going to go over.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure, as I said in the beginning, to put your true opinions in the comments. Maybe put things in a different order for me to see what y'all think the order should be. It was a toss-up between the two Talladega big wrecks. That was kind of my really hard choices. Anyway, I'll see y'all next week whenever I post my next NASCAR video. Peace.